I'm Tina and welcome to Lakeshore Academy. Today I'm going to be talking to you about homeschool space. Now this is a subject that many of us have to deal with. Everybody does not have a designated homeschool room. Most people would like to have one, but due to space or whatever their situation is, they might not always have homeschool, like a designated room. Like I have a designated room. I don't always use my designated room. I really be throughout the house when I homeschool, but I do have a designated area. For those of you who do not have a designated area, these are just some ideas that I had before I had a designated area. When I first started homeschooling, I did not have a designated homeschool room. I used to homeschool in my dining room. So during the day, we would switch between eating in the kitchen and the dining room to homeschooling in the dining room. So I had like different boxes and different things designated around that area. Like if you have like a buffet, that's like a little area where you keep your dishes and different stuff like that. You can actually, if you're not using it for that purpose, you can actually use books and stuff to keep it organized where no one can see your stuff when you're not homeschooling. If you have a china cabinet, you can actually utilize that space in order to keep your homeschool books, DVDs, or whatever you have for homeschool so that it can be organized and neat. You can use little bins and have them designated in corners where they're not as visible to the eye when you're done with homeschooling. Another thing that I did was I used my laundry room. Now, for those of you who have a laundry room, don't underestimate the use of a laundry room because that can be one great area in which you can utilize. Even if it's a small space, it's still a space in which you can use to even keep your homeschool stuff at if you have like a small space in your dining room. Another place in which I homeschool was my living room, right there at my table. So it's a whole lot of different ways that you can homeschool. You can even have like a little small bookshelf in your children's room, and that area can be where they do the bulk of their work at if they have a desk in their room, or even if they don't. I know some homeschoolers that do their work right in their room on their bed. So the little tip that I'm just trying to give you guys today is just utilize what you have, and don't get so caught up in all the hoopla seeing everybody else homeschool room and how big their room is, and you be like, oh, I just wish I had that. Don't wish you had it. Just use what you have, and if one day you were able to get that ideal homeschool room that you want, cool. But if you're not able to get it, then don't dread on or don't waste time trying to wish you had something that you don't have. Just use what you do have and utilize it to the best way possible. And it'll make for a more or less stressful homeschool if you just appreciate and use what you have, and don't get so caught up in all the homeschool room tours and all the other stuff that you see, because that sometimes can mess with your head and be like, if I don't have that, then I'm not a proper homeschool. That's not true. You're still a proper homeschool. You're still doing it your way. The best thing about homeschool is that you do it your way. You can get ideas and tips from individuals, but don't let it consume you to the point that you feel less than of if you don't have exactly the format or exactly what they have. So it's possible to homeschool and homeschool well, regardless of the homeschool space that you have, whether it's small, whether it's big, it doesn't really matter as long as you utilize that space to the best ability, to your best ability. So that's my little tidbit about homeschool space. I hope this helps a little bit, and if I can think of anything else, I will try to do a video on it as well, or if I can actually show you some things, I'll try to think of something. Okay. Well, again, this is Tina from Lakeshore Academy. Have a great day.